Bats swarming out of cave. Speaker is Jenna Crabtree, NPS intern.
This is actually my dream job. I came here when I was 10 and I was absolutely hooked. I told my dad I was going to live and work here.
Cave interiors.
I remember walking around the cavern and looking into all of those crevices and those black voids and just being like, what is in there? I have to know.
Opening sequence. Graphics read. Outside science, inside parks. Host on camera. I'm Cassidy Esposito and welcome to Outside Science, Inside Parks. For Jenna and the Night Skies team at Carlsbad Caverns, it's all about keeping the bats happy, the park healthy, and the night dark. That's why in this episode, you'll see a lot of filming in infrared, just like this. Graphics read, Carlsbad Caverns National Park.
You know, 6 months ago, I never thought this much about stars. And now when I wake up every day, I'm thinking about what meteor shower is going on, what is the weather looking like, you know, what moon cycle are we in, you know, the light pollution around us.
Speaker is Erin Lynch, Carlsbad Caverns physical scientist.
Here at Carlsbad Caverns National Park, we have seen big changes in our night sky in recent years, in part due to development. And so it's important for us to monitor those changes and track the trends in the night sky.
Jenna with equipment.
The cave and the environment are interconnected. So what happens on the surface is going to impact what's in the cave. In the cave are our bat friends. They obviously want a nice night sky in order to come out and find their moths.
Bats fly past.
Carlsbad Caverns is home to a number of species of bats, including Brazilian freetail bats. In fact, we have a colony of over 100,000 Brazilian freetails. And we have visitors that come here like every night to watch a bat flight program and watch the amazing emergence of this very large colony. The night sky is important for these bats. Dark skies help them hide from predators, and sources of light will cause changes to the way their food source, the moths, behave and where they're located.
Using sky quality meter.
Point straight up, and then we'll do south, west, and then one more back at north, and that'll give us our 5.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Very good.
We've kind of taken a 3-pronged approach to monitoring sky luminance over time. So our first approach would be sky quality meters, which measures the luminance at night. So the faceplate right here, when you face it up towards the sky, it has a cone with sensors in it. So when incoming light, they activate the sensors, and then it's able to give you a reading. So for this model, it's a scale of 1 to 23. So 1 is going to be very bright, like looking at the sun, and then 23 is going to be complete darkness, like being inside of a cave.
Using cameras.
Our second approach would be our point source light pollution photos, which is just a great visual way to see how the basin is changing around us. It allows us to track over time the changes in the oil field, whether it's growing, expanding, how many flares we have, if that's coming up more or less. And then also, as urban development continues in Carlsbad and the surrounding regions, it allows us to see the growth over time. And then our last approach is probably our hardest and most scientific, is our estimated sky glow, which uses a camera essentially that is computer controlled, and it sits on top of a monitor and it rotates around at night, and it takes all these photos, which is a really great way to visually look at what we're doing and where our light pollution is coming from and the intensity of it.
I am so happy that we have a Mosaics and Science intern. It's only with Jenna's help here this summer that we're able to move forward with this project.
One thing that I find really exciting about science is the new generation and how diversified it is. I remember when I was growing up, I didn't really see a lot of people that looked like me in science, and so growing up now and looking around, I'm seeing a lot more females and a lot more Hispanic and like Native American, and so that's really exciting. Kind of the more people and the bigger melting pot that we have, the more colorful our science can become, and hopefully the more helpful and interesting and digestible it is for people.
Graphics read, Outside Science, Inside Parks is a production of NPS Natural Resource Stewardship and Science, in association with Colorado State University.